Hello there, channel members, friends, and followers. Welcome to this live stream. This is Q8 Pilot, your host for tonight's show. Welcome aboard, Mecha Hand Boeing Corp. Welcome aboard, my friend, and thank you for being a VVIP member of the Q8 Pilot channel. Sandra, welcome aboard, my friend, and thank you for your continued support being a VVIP member at the Q8 Pilot channel. I'm not sure if the music belongs to the surroundings, but I felt it is it fits with the overall theme. Rashal, welcome aboard, my friend, and thank you for being here. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are at Buffalo Niagara International Airport in the US of A, and we're going to be heading today to Washington Dulles International. It's a short flight, about 45-minute flight, but it should be sufficient for us to take another look at the PMDG 737 for Microsoft Flight Simulator. A lot of Microsoft Flight Simulator coverage in the last period. Some people weren't very happy about that, and I will tell you that a lot more explained content is coming in the days ahead, but the amount of releases for Microsoft Flight Simulator definitely dictates that we cover those add-ons. Very exciting times for the flight sim, and of course with the release also of the Phoenix Airbus A320 earlier yesterday, and I have already purchased the aircraft and made a couple of flights with it. I have a lot to say on the Phoenix, and a full review is in the making as we speak. We're going to be taking a very close look at that aircraft, but today we're going to be taking a look at the PMDG once more, and we're going to be taking a look at this airport by I&I Builds, and of course I&I Builds are the official partners of the Q8 Pilot channel. Want to welcome with us team level. Welcome, my friend Randy. Hello, my friend. And Makshiti Pilot. Hello, my friend. Welcome aboard, and thank you for being a VVIP member here at the Q8 Pilot channel. I appreciate all the support that you guys provide to the channel. Oops. Before we begin taking a look at begin prepping the aircraft, let's take a look at this rather nice airport by I&I Builds. Now, of course, as a partner, I get a free copy of the airport, and as a reminder to all of you, 3 copies are for the taking during this stream, courtesy of I&I Builds. The airport is a very well-built airport in my view. The custom buildings are quite they're very well done. You can see the weathered rooftops there at the airport, quite detailed, and the interiors have also been modeled, but I think I&I Build did not add people inside the terminal, and that's mainly to save on FPS, something that I actually like. So I like to see the interior, but let's take a quick look here. You can see that the terminal with accurate airline desks have been carefully built into the airport, and you can see here again all the advertisements on the sides. This is the American desk, and there's of course the United desk, Delta. This is American again, and pretty nice airport. Very easy on the frames. It looks pretty good. The parking area there, you can see, again, custom built stuff. I like everything custom. You can see a McDonald's there in the far end, and it looks like a hotel right in the vicinity of the airport, which is, again, very accurate based on my interrogation of real-world footage of the area. You can see this is the Hilton Garden Inn Hotel, McDonald's here. And you can see all the cars inside the terminal area here. Really a nice airport, and if you like flying in this part of the world, this is one airport that looks good, without a doubt, and very easy on the frames. So I'm getting about 50 frames right now sitting on the ground here at the airport. The jetway areas are, again, as you can see, nice ground elements. The airport clutter is done quite well. Again, all custom stuff. It looks really, really good in terms of the visuals. Again, you can see here all the cars and the cards and baggage cards. Everything is custom. As you can see, this is JetBlue. So as you go, you'll see different. This is United terminal here, and this is where we are parked in this beautiful United livery, and we are now ready to hop into the cockpit and get things started. Now, I'm not feeling very well today, so I do apologize if my voice doesn't sound right. But hopefully we can, I can give you guys a good show and a buttery landing at Washington Dulles. We have with us also today Rui Barros. Hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. And we have Cool Gamer. Callie Cool Gamer. How do I turn on the split winglets in the Boeing? Can you find the setting? The setting is in the FMC inside the options menu. So right now we are situated at the gate, and we have ground power connected to the aircraft. And what we're going to do is we're going to set up our fuel, and let me go to return, and we're going to go to the fuel, and we're going to take a note of our fuel. Let me bring up our Sim Toolkit Pro flight plan. And we're flying in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and we're going to bring up the operational flight plan. Perfect. So if we go to the payload information right here, you can see the payload and the fuel is what we need, 11.9. So that's 11,900 pounds of fuel today. We're going to need about 25%. So we're flying very light today. We're going to derate our takeoff without a doubt. And if we go to the payload information, we can bring this up again. Let's just say always on top. And if we look at the payload, 29.9. Let's see here. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and put the zero fuel in. So we have 114.1. 114.1. And enter that here. And we are all set in terms of fuel and payload. Perfect. And now what we can do is we can run through the workflow, the flow, startup flow, or pre-flight flow, if you will. We're going to make sure this guard is closed. And let's see here. There we go. That's much better. And we're going to make sure the adheres are on nav mode. And we are going to set this here so we know how long before full alignment is achieved. We can move down here and turn on the yaw damper. And we're going to go ahead and turn on the left after fuel pump. We come here. Everything looks good here. All looks good here. And then we can arm the emergency light. We have the aircraft already fueled and ready to go. Rand Cooley, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Just finished the V1 stream. Welcome aboard, my friend. I watched parts of the V1 stream. I love the content that he creates, and being a real-world Airbus pilot is definitely a treat for all of us. Fasten seatbelt signs are turned on. Window heat can go on, and we are going to turn on the hydraulics. I love the sounds on the PMDG 737. Really beautiful sounds. We're going to put the packs on auto, both the left and right pack. And we're going to set our altitude today. By the way, I think that the reported altitude by SimBrief is something we cannot achieve for this flight. It says 35,000, but I think the maximum is 32 for this flight. So I'm going to go ahead and put 30 for now, and we'll adjust it later. All right, perfect. So now what we can do is we can go to the MUC2 or to the FMC, All right, so let's go to the FMC, and we're going to clear that and go to the position in it. We are at Kilo Bravo Uniform Foxtrot. And again, folks, as a reminder, a giveaway is currently going on, and 3 copies of this airport, Buffalo Niagara International Airport, will be provided to 3 lucky winners here on the channel. Let's go to reference airport, and we're going to go to the next page and grab our GPS position and set it here, and then we're going to go to the route. I already exported the PMDG plan from SimBrief, so we can simply go to request the flight plan, and as you can see, this is the flight plan, Kilo Bravo Uniform Foxtrot to Kilo India Alpha Delta, and we're going to select that, and we're going to request it and load it into the FMC. I've done a couple of flights now with the Richard Carter. Hello, my friend. You should stop off at my local Charlie Yankee Zulu on the way. Well, I'll tell you what, maybe we'll make that the subject of our next flight in the Phoenix Airbus A320. Let's go ahead and load that. Route uplink loading. One of the things I really like about PMDG is the frame rates. So I think the aircraft is not really heavy on the frames, and that's something I really appreciate a lot. All right, so we have now the flight plan, as you can see, activated here in the FMC. We're going to go to the departure, and let's see here. If we look at our departure today out of Buffalo, we're going to fly direct to PSB, and then it's the Maple 3 at Washington Dulles. So let me take a look back here. All right, so we are going to be departing runway 23. So we're going to select 23 and execute. And then we're going to go to the route and go to the next page. As you can see, we're flying direct to Papa Sierra Bravo, which is what we see here. And then it's actually our stars, a very, very short flight. So the arrival is going to be through the Maple 3. Let's see here. Maple 3 for runway 19er left. Maple 3, 19er left. That's the one here. And through the Papa Sierra Bravo transition. And ILS, runway 19er left. And I believe there is a transition. Now again, folks, I've done this before, but if you want to find out if there is a transition, go to your star at the end of the flight plan, and you will see that there is the transition, the daddy transition. So this is what we're going to select here, the daddy transition. Selected, and we're going to execute. And now the route is complete. Let's go to the legs page and make sure there are no discontinuities, which they aren't, and we are good to go. All right, that's the next page. That's the route data. We can request the winds. I'm not sure if I don't think I've downloaded the wind information, so that's why we're probably not going to see it here. But we can go now to init, and we can put in all our information. The zero fuel is 114.1, and the reserves today is now, by the way, to calculate your reserves, what you need to do is the following. If you go to the beginning of your flight, you'll find here there's an alternate, and there's also the final reserves. If you add these together, that's the number that you need to put into your reserves. So here we have 3.8. We'll approximate this to 4 and 2, so we're going to put 6. So we're going to put 6 for the reserves, and the cost index is right here, which is 5. So let's enter 5 here. And as you can see, we cannot actually do 35,000. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put 30,000 feet, which is sufficient for our flight today. 30,000 feet is now set. We've got with us today Santiago. Hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. I'm doing very well. I hope you are the same. And we have the sim captain. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you with us. And unable 250. All right, we'll fix this. Not an issue. Let's clear it for the time being, and let's put our cruise wind. Our cruise wind today is 259.32. 259. Oops. 259 and 32. That's 32 knots, 259 degrees. And we are going to execute that. Unable 250, yes, that's fine. And then we're going to go to the N1 limit. Now, for the N1 limit, we're going to derate our takeoff without a doubt. And for takeoff, we're going to do flaps 5 today for departure. Center of gravity 23.5 gives us a final trim of 5.5 degrees. And then V1, V rotate, and V2 is 132. We'll add about 15 to that, and we'll go with 147 here, 147. All right, 147 is set. Let's go ahead and turn on the flight directors on both sides, and we're going to set the altitude to our final cruise altitude today of 30,000 feet. All right, perfect. 30,000 feet is set. We can put this on rejected takeoff, and we can now start the APU. Brilliant stuff. All righty. While we're at it, we're going to hit the magic button B and reset our altimeter. And we can put this away for the time being. And we have Rashid Yassin. Hello, my friend. Good evening. It's good to have you with us here. Be cool to see you fly the Phoenix Kuwait to Oman on Kuwait Airways from your home to mine. Well, Rashid, I'm actually very glad to see that the default liveries of the Phoenix Airbus A320 include both Kuwait Airways and Jazeera. Kuwait Airways is a big operator of the A320. And yeah, I was very happy to see both liveries by default available into the liveries manager. So hopefully I can plan something in the next couple of days. And I do have a lot to say about the aircraft. I have a lot to say about the differences between the A320 by Phoenix and the available freeware fly-by-wire, which is an excellent aircraft. All right, let's take a look here, and it looks like the APU is available. And we're going to go ahead and turn on the APU bleed, and everything else is looking good. Perfect. Cancel the master caution, and we are pretty much, folks, ready to go. And the only thing we need to do now is we are going to turn on all our fuel pumps. We're going to turn on the anti-collision light, and we are ready for push and start. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and call the pushback truck. We go here to the legs page, and we're going to go to FS Actions and Ground Services. We are going to release the ground power, and it will automatically also release the jetway. So if we look here in the outside, you can see that the jetway is being dismissed, and the aircraft door is now closed, and the ground power unit is dismissed as well. Beautiful looking airport, and we picked a nice time of the day to fly out of Buffalo to Washington Dulles International. Alrighty, we're good to go. Let's go ahead and call the pushback truck. So we are going to make sure the parking brake is set, and we're going to remove the chocks, and we're going to head back and go to the pushback. We are going to use the PMDG built-in TPX 200 tug, and we are going to push standard L. Nose to the, let me think about it. Nose should be to the left. 90 degrees and start.
Go ahead. We've been cleared for pushback and start. They want the tail to our right. Copy that. Ready to push. Tail to the right. Parking brakes released, please.
All right. Parking brake released. Turn off the packs. And we're good to go. Ali S. Hello, my friend. Welcome aboard.
Here we go.
All right. Starting engine number 2. And now you can see engine number 2 is spooling. We actually should have selected nose to the left, but that's all right. Let's go ahead and give it some fuel. Beautiful looking airport by I&I Builds. I really appreciate I&I Builds as a company. They continue to improve their add-ons. They continue to improve the breadth of their landscape, of their development landscape. We have Boeing Corp with $10, just super chat at $10. Thank you so much. Really appreciate Q8 Pilot. Thank you for your outstanding and informative streams. Sir, thank you very much for your $10 super chat. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Very generous of you. All right.
Complete. Parking brake set.
Let's set the parking brake.
Brake set.
And let's start the engine number 1.
All right, steering pin is disconnected. Watch for the slip release from guidance on your left. Have a good flight.
Thank you for your service. And we have now the engine number 2 spooling. And at 20% of N2, we're going to introduce fuel. And now we're being fueled. And by the way, we should have put the oscillation valve in the closed position and turned on the pack here. And now we have cold air supplied to the aircraft. Let's go ahead and turn on our transponder. And if we look down here, transponder on TARA, and we are good. Right, while the engine's starting, we're going to go to flaps 5. And this time around, we're going to make sure the flap settings are correct so that we avoid the issues we've had in the last flight. Boeing Corp, again, thank you very much. Duncan, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. I have been thinking about buying the 737-700. It looks really good, and good to see you again, Q8. Well, Duncan, thank you very much. I will tell you that you will not regret your investment in the PMDG 737. It's a really wonderful aircraft to fly. We have a good start on both engines. Let's go ahead and turn on the gens and put the engine selectors on continuous. And let's see here. Let me reset my view. We're going to come up here and we're going to turn on the packs to auto, isolation valve to auto, right pack to auto. APU bleed is off, and we can also turn off the APU. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. All right, APU is off, and this is all set to 30,000. All's looking good. We're going to turn on the runway turn-off lights and taxi lights, and we are pretty much ready to go. Now, this is where we are, and I believe that is the runway, so we are okay. We're going to release the parking brake and head over to the runway. Parking brake is released, and let's give it some power. There we go, and off we go. So one of the Randy, hello my friend, welcome aboard. I will tell you guys one thing. The PMDG 737 is an aircraft that you cannot go wrong with. And considering its price and considering the fact that there isn't any Boeing 737 for Microsoft Flight Simulator, it really makes this a very unique and very special aircraft. So, and it is not, in all respects, this aircraft is a very high quality add-on. The fidelity of this aircraft is something I personally have a lot of appreciation for. And of course, it goes without saying, PMDG is the most recognized company that develops high-quality add-ons for flight simulation, and now we have it for Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is something we've all been waiting for. One of the comments I got from one of the channel subscribers, I hope he's still subscribed, was that he is, his comment was to the effect that the Q8 Pilot channel is another channel being lost to Microsoft Flight Simulator slowly. And my response to that was that no, that is not the case. The fact is we've had so many releases for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and as a content creator, I simply cannot ignore all those high fidelity add-ons being released for the sim, and therefore it is my part of my professional responsibility also to create those streams and give you guys my opinion and my recommendations on each one of these add-ons, whether to buy them or not. So, Joel Asak, hello my friend, welcome aboard. You will be seeing me flying the Phoenix A320 very soon, my friend, and I have a lot to say about the aircraft, and hopefully you will enjoy that stream as well very, very soon here on the channel. Ladies and gentlemen, look at this beautiful looking scene out of the passenger seat of the PMDG 737 here at Buffalo Niagara International Airport. What a beautiful looking scene here. As we make our way to the runway. Very nice taxiways. The airport signage done very well by I9 Builds. I'm not using, by the way, any additional add-ons, so this is actually all the airport. Yeah, I think they've done a really good job modeling this this airport. And again, guys, 3 copies are up for grabs during this stream. 3 lucky winners will be awarded a copy of Buffalo Niagara International for Microsoft Flight Simulator. All right, we are approaching the runway. Let me give it just a little more power here. There we go. And by the way, this aircraft also does not have the heads-up display, so it's not in the configuration of this United aircraft. So hopefully in one of those streams, well, I think we can bring it up here, but I just want to fly this aircraft the way. Let me go to the FMC, and we're going to climb, and all is set here. We're coming up to our turn for runway 23 here at Buffalo. Still available through the marketplace. Mohammed El Nabris, good evening, my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you with us. Richard says 850 hours in Microsoft Flight Simulator, just retired X-Plane 11. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, I am waiting for X-Plane 12, anxiously waiting for it, and I think there's a lot of great things coming our way, generally speaking, in the flight sim community. So everything, every new release, every new aircraft, I think calls for celebration. This is runway 23, folks, and this is where we're gonna make our turn. All right, we are gonna turn on our landing lights and the strobe lights. There we go. And what are the lights? Is this the anti-collision light? No, it's the wing lights. All right. So we've got all our lights set up. We are ready. Auto throttle is turned on. And we are ready to go. Maybe we need to bring the cockpit lights in, but we'll do that right after departure. All right, runway 23, we are good to go, ladies and gentlemen. 40%. Stable. Toga. You can check. You can see the runway. The runways are also custom runways for this airport. Rotate.
Positive rate of climb.
Gears going up. And we're going to maintain about 15 degrees of pitch as we climb. Speed check, flaps 1. Begin our turn. Beautiful scene. Look at that. Speed check, flaps up. And let's go to VNAV. What a beautiful departure out of Buffalo Niagara International. And LNAV. Command A, engaged. Right, we can turn off the speed brake. Landing gear to the off position. And we can put the engines back to normal. Looks like it's pretty dark in here. So let's bring up the panel lights. There we go. Panel lights are on. And the circuit breakers as well. Much better. And we're going to also turn on the main panel lights here. Background. There we go. And the panel lights as well, and the floodlights, so we can really see what's going on here. By the way, folks, today's flight is a very short flight, so as soon as we hit top of climb, we will configure the aircraft for the descent. Let's go ahead and increase the range here. We can put the traffic on, and let's see here. There we go. And we continue now to climb to our final cruise altitude of 30,000 feet, approaching 10,000 feet. Let's go ahead and kill the landing lights. Runway turn-off lights and taxi lights. And we're also going to go ahead and turn off the wing lights. Perfect. All's looking good. And here is a beautiful wing view for you guys. The I-9 Buffalo Airport looks excellent. Yes, sir, it does, without a doubt. Sir in Aviation, welcome aboard, my friend. In order to get the command, type exclamation DEP, all in small letters, and you should be able to get the link to the airport. What a beautiful looking scene here as we depart. I like the custom views. Again, those are all built-in views with the aircraft. Check out that wing flex. Beautiful. Just beautiful. All right, we continue our climb now, and I cannot help but to admire the beauty of the clouds in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I mean, it looks phenomenal. Really fantastic looking. 14,000 for 30,000. And I've tweaked my settings a little bit. So I've increased most of the sliders now to the maximum. Machine can take it, so why not? I am getting a little bit of... so when I compared the PMDG 737 to the Phoenix A320, the PMDG gives a lot better performance in terms of FPS. The Z-Bone Exponential is going to be so good. I bet, Rashal, it's going to be awesome. I'm sure that it's going to be an awesome aircraft in in X-Plane 12. Absolutely. 17,000. We're coming up to the transition altitude in the USA, which is 18,000 feet. I'm not sure, by the way, if 18,000 is across the board in the US. I think so, but I'm not for sure. But there isn't any airport where I've taken off or landed where the transition altitude wasn't 18,000 feet. 18,000, we are standard barrel reference is now set. And we continue our climb to 30,000 feet. Beautiful looking aircraft, really. The PMDG 737, a long awaited aircraft for the sim. And by the way, what are your thoughts, folks, on this kind of frenzy of releases for Microsoft Flight Simulator? Do you think that developers maybe should talk to one another and kind of sync their releases, or this is actually a good thing to do where everything comes in, pours in like that within a few days of each other? So in the last couple of weeks, we've had so many releases, including, by the way, general aviation aircraft, the Milva's A310, the BAE 146, the Mad Dog, the PMDG 737, the now the Phoenix A320. Of course, I'm not complaining. This is something I really absolutely adore. But just from a release perspective, is this a good strategy? And will it kind of blur, you know, the glory of an aircraft when something comes right after it? And I've been watching some of the content that pours in on YouTube, and you just see that, you know, content creators are constantly jumping from one to the other, and I don't think that I've seen yet an in-depth review, except maybe for very few, of all the released aircraft. So those are my thoughts. A lot for the dollar. For the hobbyists at once. Yeah, absolutely. Mohammed Ryan, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. A310. We are flying the PMDG 737 today. The A310 by and I build is a great aircraft, without a doubt. Thank you, Richard, for confirming 18,000 feet is the transition altitude across North America. MSFS is in dire need of high fidelity aircraft. At least it was. Well, I think there is no shortage of high fidelity aircraft, at least in the last couple of weeks. I think we've seen a lot of them, and some of them are really good. By the way, folks, the Milva's Cessna 310 is probably my absolute favorite general aviation for Microsoft Flight Simulator. A very well developed aircraft, feature rich, a real joy to fly. I really like it a lot. To me, it beats the Cessna Chancellor by FlySimware by a little bit. But yeah, if you were to make a choice between the two, I would definitely go for the Milvis as opposed to the Cessna Chancellor for 1.4. But again, if you're not on a budget, and then, you know, by all means, get them all. Flying the 737 is easier than filing out all the COVID forms to get me and my family from Schiphol to Toulouse with KLM next week. I'm sorry that you had to go through all the trouble, Sander. Yeah. This is a good time for every flight simulator pilot. Yes, the add-ons now are raining literally. Yeah, this is crazy to see PMDG, Mad Dog, Phoenix all in 1 month. Yeah, absolutely. But hey, who's complaining, yeah? Except for our credit cards. All right. So we are now at our cruise altitude of 30,000 feet. This is the top of descent mark. So we're not too far. In fact, if we go to the MCDU, and if we go to, let's see here, cruise. So if we go to cruise, you can see that the top of descent is in 72 nautical miles. And I'm going to go back to the legs page, and we are arriving at runway 19er left. So we are going to put runway 19er left in the FMC, and we will by the way, do you guys see this flicker here? Wow. Okay. And we are going to add a 20 nautical mile circle around it, and so that we have better situational awareness of where we are. You can see now top of descent is not too far from where we are, 67 nautical miles. All right, so we're going to go to the approach reference, and as you can see, we are going to be doing flaps 30 and 136 knots, 136, and we're going to add that here, and then we're going to set up our ILS frequencies. Oh, just look at that. Wow. Beautiful. All right. So let's set up our ILS frequency. So 110.10. 110.10 is set, and we'll make that the active. We'll do the same thing here, 110.10, and we'll set that as the active, and then we're going to set the approach course, which in this case is 191 degrees, 191. All right, 191 is set, and we're going to set it on the other side as well. And again, folks, as a reminder, 3 copies of Buffalo Niagara International is up for grabs during this stream. We're going to roll the giveaway right after we land at our destination. XP12 will be paid upgrade for XP11 users. Yes, sir. The price is already confirmed by Laminar Research, and X-Plane 12 is going to cost you $59.99. And if you purchase X-Plane, you will also get X-Plane 11 with it. But it's not the other way around. There will be no upgrade. It's a new purchase. So yeah, it is definitely going to be $59.99. For X-Plane 12. And if you ask me, it's worth it, guys. Just get it. When it's out, just grab it. it's worth it. It's worth the money. Oh, Sander, that's really exciting. So you have a 90-minute experience in a 737 simulator near Schiphol. Looking forward to it. If anyone has tips, scenarios I should get myself into, please let me know. Well, that's really interesting. That's really, really interesting. Thank you very much. Winds at Washington Dulles, 204. 10 nautical miles broken, 85 broken, 17. 29 is the temperature, altimeter 2988. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it. Have you ever visited India? No, sir. I have not been to India. My mom has been to India, but I have not been to India, unfortunately. Although I have many Indian friends here in Kuwait. All right, so we are going to reset the MCP altitude to 3,000 feet. Let's go ahead and do that. And 3,000 is set. Oh, just look at that, ladies and gentlemen. A beautiful looking scene here of the clouds in Microsoft Flight Simulator on our way to Washington Dulles International Airport. Sim Toolkit Pro just sponsored. Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Dan. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, my friend. Welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen. Say hi to Sim Toolkit Pro, a VVIP member now of the Q8 Pilot Channel. Welcome aboard, my friend. Thank you very much for your support. Appreciate it. And it's been a long time since we've chatted. I'm doing very well, my friend. Thank you so much. And I think the entire community and myself are very thankful for all the hard work that you have been doing developing Sim Toolkit Pro, which is my absolute favorite tool to date ever since I used it for the first time, if you remember, and I made a video on the tool. It's been the to-go tool for all my flight planning needs. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is Sim Toolkit Pro, the best available EFB, totally free. And if you like it, you know, it's always a good idea to make a donation for continued development. The greatest EFB and more that is available today for flight simulation. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Well, I'm glad that you're back, and glad to have you back. And I look forward to further development of this really great tool. And thank you very much for your kindness and your support to the channel. Your video was pretty much what launched Sim Toolkit Pro into what is this today. So I'm internally grateful for the coverage. Well, it's the coverage is well deserved, and you're a fine gentleman, Dan. You really deserve the best. So I do wish you all the best, and I wish Sim Toolkit Pro continued success in the years to come. And you know, we hope that it does not get bought by, you know, other companies, but if that makes it better for you, of course we support you. But it's just really the greatest tool ever. And guys, it's free. Sim Toolkit Pro is free. Full integration with SimBrief, Navigraph, bunch of tools, real world schedules, just brilliant. You know, you add an aircraft registration number, it pulls the aircraft image, airline, everything. Just absolutely brilliant tool. Right, we are approaching top of descent, and let's see here. Let's take a look here. We are approximately 19 nautical miles from top of descent, so we're almost there now. And this is, ladies and gentlemen, a beautiful looking scene. Look at that. Wow. Those wing views in the PMDG 737 are just exceptional. They look really very, very nice. Almost there. That's, by the way, the circle that we created for situational awareness. You can see the ring, the 20 nautical mile ring here. And we can bring up the terrain. It's just sometimes when there we go. I think they've made a change. There was an update to, it looks somewhat better than, you know, when the aircraft was first released. There are still a few areas where things look funny, but I think it's been improved now. Yeah. All right, let's take a quick look at the weather information at our destination. So if we look here, 200 degrees, 4-knot wind, and broken. That's actually the exact information that pilot Manchiti has provided us with. Broken 8.5, broken 729, altimeter is 298. So we are good. Looks like, you know, should be a rather nice and calm approach into Washington Dulles. "19 minutes. And that's the top of descent, and as you can see now, the aircraft has begun the automatic descent towards Washington Dulles. One of the things, by the way, I like about Sim Toolkit Pro for streaming specifically is this tool here. If you go to streaming, you see, you know, you can actually customize what you show in the strip bar above, so the flight information, and you know, you can configure this to your liking. Although this is in beta, it works pretty well. So you can add, you know, different images, and you can really customize how this looks. Which is not available in any other tool. Very, very easy to use, brilliant. Just look, and then you've got all your flight tools, you know, the wind calculators, checklist, just really brilliant. Live sim data, here you can see again all the live information with the gauges, a bunch of settings that you can tweak, support for all simulators, X-Plane, P3D, Microsoft Flight Simulator. Just really brilliant, absolutely brilliant application. Right, 18 minutes before we are at our destination, and you can see that we've begun the descent now, 27,000, and we're looking good. Again, I want to thank Boeing Corp for your super chat of $10. That's very generous of you. And Sim Toolkit Pro for becoming a VVIP member here at the Q8 Pilot channel. I appreciate it. And I want to welcome Sam Saunders, who has become a subscriber here at the Q8 Pilot channel. Welcome aboard, my friend, and glad to have you with us. Guys, just look at the clouds here. Just a sensational scene here out of the cockpit window. Very, very immersive. Again, with the beautiful wing flex out of this PMDG 737. Well, it looks like we're gonna enter into some clouds here. And maybe not a bad idea to turn on the engine anti-ice. As we go through those clouds. Brilliant aircraft. Well, it's looking good. We are our altitude is pretty good for the current sector. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the terrain radar so we can see. By the way, you can add the position, you can add data, and we can add airports as well. You don't need anything more than that, otherwise it gets really cluttered here on the display. Looks like it's raining. Yeah, definitely there is a little bit of rain here as we descend to 3000, which should make it an interesting approach. And if visibility isn't great, then maybe we will do an auto land and really put this PMDG to the test. Diego, hello my friend, welcome aboard, glad to have you with us. Thanks for being here on stream. Definitely some heavy rain here as we approach our destination. I really like the lighting, by the way, on the PMDG. I think it's very well done. Yeah, definitely some adverse weather conditions. Too bad the Asobo still does not provide the SDK for weather. But hopefully that'll happen soon. Let's go ahead and extend the speed brake a little bit to make sure that our speed is about 250 knots. And we are approaching 18,000 feet, which is again the transition altitude. Definitely some turbulence here. All right, let's take a look here at our flight plan. We need to be at 15. We should be fine. I think we're still looking good. I'm going to change the speed here to 240 knots. Execute that. Yep, that'll work. And I'm going to go ahead and turn off the engine and wing anti-ice. Reference standard. Altimeter is set to 2988. We're looking good, folks. Manoj, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you with us. Oh, that's just a lovely scene as we go through those clouds. Wow, brilliant. Very, very immersive. Just look at that, folks. That is just a lovely scene. Definitely some turbulence here as we approach our destination. We are at 14,000 for 3,000. And if we look here, that's the 20 nautical mile circle that we've created for situational awareness. If we go switch to plan, and we are going to decrease the range and step through just to kind of see what things look like. So this is a straight in approach into runway 19er. Drag is required. All right. Let's switch this back to map. Let's go to the legs page, 12,000. So we are doing okay in terms of our altitude. Definitely some clouds there ahead of us. Arrival runway is 19er left. Steve, hello my friend, good day to you. Glad to have you with us on stream. Brilliant, just absolutely brilliant. I really can't wait for PMDG to deliver the 777 for Microsoft Flight Simulator. By the way, I can probably, if I were to choose between which one goes first, the 777 or the 747, I would always pick the 777. It's just an aircraft that I truly adore. I love the way it looks, just fantastic aircraft. Right, we are approaching 10,000 feet. Let's go ahead and turn on the landing lights and runway turn off lights, and we're going to turn on the wing lights as well. We're going to come down here. We're going to set the auto brakes to 2, and that's it. Let's go ahead and arm the speed brakes, and we are good. By the way, the arrival airport is also a payware airport, and it is that of Flightbeam Studios. Now, Flightbeam Studios need no introduction in the world of scenery development, and they produce very high quality and performance friendly airports. So if you're looking for again a nice collection of airports, I definitely recommend our departure airport today by I9 build. Very FPS friendly, quite accurate, very beautifully built in terms of the custom buildings, the custom markings, the jetways. Everything's done very well, and more importantly is that it's FPS friendly, so that's very important for me. And we now continue the descent, folks, to so we need to be at 7,000, then below 5,000, above 3,000. A few more restrictions here as we I'm not very happy about the speeds being 240 all the way there. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna start reducing our speed shortly. Yeah, it looks like the stream is stuck. All right, I think we're good back. So I paused a little bit because I didn't want to ruin the fun for you guys. So here's what we're back now. So let's go ahead and resume. Time for processing power upgrade. Yeah, something like that. All right, so here's what we're going to do, folks. We are going to come to VS speed, and I'm going to reduce our speed to 180 knots. There we go, that's 180. And I'm going to extend the speed brakes to help us reduce our speed. At least everything is back in time for you guys to enjoy the landing. Thanks for the confirmation, Steve. Yeah, things like that do happen, unfortunately. So we're gonna now go ahead and reduce our speed to 200 and to beg your pardon, 180 knots. Continue our descent. We're not too far from our destination. So as you can see, we've extended the speed brakes. The weather isn't bad at Washington Dulles. By the way, I find creating those rings around the runway or VOR stations very, very helpful for situational awareness. And I highly recommend them. I highly recommend that you do the same in your flights. Here we go. By the way, very nice scenery as well here around the airport. Flat land, but all green, so I like that. Right, we're almost at our final approach altitude. We continue now to reduce our speed, and we're going to continue to do so. We're all set. All right, Alt hold. There we go, and now the runway is right ahead of us, and we're going to continue to reduce our speed to 180 knots until established. All right, here we go. And we can now disengage the speed brake, arm the speed brake. Everything looks good here. Going down to 180 knots. Speed check. Flaps 1. Brilliant. Oh, by the way, guys, what we need to do is we need to record this session. So let's hit on the record and let's type in today is 2005. Save. It's going to pause a little bit and hopefully won't crash the sim. But yeah, that's been my experience lately with this flight control replay. By the way, I highly recommend this piece of software. I think it's really good. So there we go. We're back in business and we are now recording the session. Everything is looking. We are now in. So now, as you can see, we are exactly 20 nautical miles from the runway, because this is the ring. So that's, and the runway's right ahead of us right now, right there. So we can see if we increase the range. There, you can see it. All right. Now, as soon as we intercept the localizer, what we'll do is we will reduce our speed to 160 knots and we'll go to flaps 5 and continue to remain on flaps 5. I think we have the airport ahead of us now, so I'm going to go ahead and say approach. And we have a VOR lock, as you can see. We're going to go ahead and now go to flaps 5. Flaps 5 is selected. And we're going to reduce our speed to 160 knots. There we go. We can see the glide slope needle, the localizer needles as well. And we have Steve Van Just sponsored. Thank you very much, Steve, for becoming a VVIP member at the Q8 Pilot channel. Truly appreciate your support, my friend. Thank you. Very, very kind of you. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you with us here. And I really, truly appreciate all the support that you guys provide to the channel. There we go. We have the runway in sight, and as you can see, we have the glide slope. We're going to continue to be on flaps 5, maintain 160 knots until the glide slope needle moves to this position. Then we're going to reduce our speed to 150 knots and go to flaps 15. We're doing flaps 30. Our final approach speed is 136. All right, let's go. Engine selectors to continuous, and all the lights are on. Everything looks good here. Strobes, a logo. We don't need the logo, that's fine. And everything is looking good. Perfect. Nice approach into Washington Dulles. One of the things you adore about Microsoft Flight Simulator is really the scenery. No matter where you go in the world, you'll be pleased. There's an absolute eye candy. You can see the glide slope needle now started moving, and we are almost there now. So guys, any predictions for the oh, thank you very much, Steve Venn. Thank you very much for your kind words, appreciate it. All right, here we go. Landing gear is going down. Speed check. Flaps 15. All right, flaps 15 is set, and we are going to reduce our speed. There we go, 147 knots. And let's go ahead and go down to 136 knots. And speed check, flaps 25.
2,500.
All right, we're looking good on the glide slope and on the localizer.
Traffic.
And speed check, flaps 30. We're going to double check that the flaps are flaps 30, which they are. And we are now, ladies and gentlemen, ready to land. Runway 19er left here at Washington Dulles. All's looking good. We will disconnect the autopilot momentarily and hand fly the aircraft. Weather is nice, visibility is good. Look at that, folks. Just beautiful. Look at that wing view. Oh, look, there's an aircraft there landing on the opposite runway. How cool. We're looking good. There's obviously no need to use auto land as the visibility is great. All right, at this point we are going to disconnect the auto throttle, disconnect the autopilot, and my aircraft.
$50, $30, $20, $10.
And welcome to Washington Dulles. Reversers are out. $80 knots. And we made it safely. Woo! Beautiful. Kenny, thank you very much, my friend. Appreciate it. Right, we can retract the flaps. Now the thing is, if we retract the flaps and do the replay, the flaps will remain up, unfortunately. That's just a limitation of the replay software, I think. Oh, just look at the grass in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It just looks fantastic. All right, I'm not going to wait too long before we do our... I'm thinking whether we should do the replay now or once we park at the gate. Thank you very much, Rand. Appreciate it. Sim Toolkit Pro, thank you very much. Glad you liked the landing. Captain Shark 21 just super chatted for $2. Thank you so much. Just got here just in time for the approach and landing. Well, thank you very much, sir, for being here and for your support. I truly appreciate it. Right, so we can nice scenery, by the way, again by Flight Beam Studios. And again, pretty FPS friendly, I think. Not too bad. By the way, the landing rate was minus 225. Minus 225, which is not bad. I think we're going to make the turn here and just bring the aircraft to a complete stop. Beautiful scenery again by Flight Beam Studios. Yeah, two very nice airports today, and a wonderful aircraft. Very well made, again, airport by Flight Beam Studios. There we go. We can bring the aircraft to a complete stop here. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the replay, shall we? All right, let's bring up the control replay. We're going to say stop the recording. And let's see, let's load. That's our file. Just give it some time and play. Now, I'm not sure why, but it does not replay the... There's always an issue with the landing gear and what have you. But hopefully today we'll be able to, let's see here if I can move this. There, all right, there we go. All right, so this is, let me just take a look here at the outside. For some reason, it just brings the, all right.
Traffic.
All right. Looks like it's all right this time. Hopefully we won't see the... We'll give it sufficient time. Guys, look at this beautiful looking scene here as we approach the airport. Yeah, looks like all is good here. Look at the landing lights there. Brilliant. Beautiful wing view. Let me see if we can... fast forward this a little bit. Look, now it does this. Yeah, we're gonna land without the landing gear, unfortunately. Let me see if we can restart this again. All right, here we go. It's quite away from the airport. What happened? All right, let's do this. Maybe this will work. Yeah, that'll work. If you don't mind the speed brakes. Man, I adore the wing flex on the PMDG. Just fantastic. Beautiful. All right. Let's do not what I wanted to do. Beautiful. Let's do it one more time. There we go. A little bit off the center line, but not too bad. Captain Shark 21. The mod is this is called Flight Control Replay by Fabio. Excuse me, Fabio Marlo, I believe the developer name. And in my view, this is the best available replay tool for Microsoft Flight Simulator. It works for P3D, by the way, but I'm using the Microsoft Flight Simulator. You can slow things down, and there's a bunch of options there in the options menu. And yeah, let's disconnect it now. Here you can see there's a lot of things, and you can. It's just a brilliant tool. Well, folks, this is pretty much it for our flight today. I hope that you've enjoyed this this live stream of the PMDG 737. I do want to thank all of you who became members today, for all the new subscribers on the channel, for all of you who have super chatted today. It's really been fun. And now it's my time to roll the giveaway and give away 3 copies of the Buffalo Niagara International Airport by I9 builds for the Q8 Pilot Channel members, friends, and followers. Thank you very much. Thank you, Rand. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate your kind words. I really enjoyed doing this stream, guys. It's been fun. So here's what we're going to do. Let me go to, let's see here. If I can go to, all right, there we go. If we can go to a spot maybe that shows you the airport a little more. So let's see. Yeah, I mean, let's see here. All right, that's a nice spot to kind of showcase again the flight beam, Washington Dulles Airport for Microsoft Flight Simulator. And in the meantime, we're going to go to Nightbot and we're going to run the giveaway 3 times today, folks. 3 times, 3 winners will get. Just make sure, folks, if you're a winner, that you have a an account with INI Build. Rotor Fit, welcome aboard, my friend. Imran Khan, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you with us. Let's see here. We're going to go to the giveaway. And you guys know the drill by now. You need to be active in chat in order to be eligible to enter the giveaway. So if you haven't been active in the last 5 minutes, just say, hello, Q8 pilot, and you should be able to enter into the giveaway. Again, the giveaway, folks, is going to be for 3 copies of the INI Build. INI Build Buffalo Niagara International Airport for Microsoft Flight Simulator, courtesy of the INI Builds team, and of course the Q8 Pilot official channel partner. All right, I can see you guys rolling in, and I can see the eligible user list is increasing. We'll give it a little bit of time. The next stream, folks, is going to be a review of the Phoenix Airbus A320, and I'm again excited to tell you guys my thoughts about the aircraft. And definitely Microsoft Flight Simulator has witnessed sort of a plethora of high quality, high fidelity, totally immersive add-ons, making it to the sim, making it really the subject of every streamer and content creator's channel in the last couple of weeks. It's been great watching all the great content by all the fine folks out there. And I'd like to mention the 320 Sim Pilot, Flight Deck to Sim, V1 Simulations as the top 3 guys I like to watch. I also like to watch the Into the Blue simulations, Into the Blue simulations, or Into the Blue. I've mentioned him on the channel before. Great reviews again, and a channel that is definitely growing steadily with time. So those are the guys I would highly recommend that you also watch. There's also a brilliant content creator who's a real world pilot. I'm not sure why his channel is underrated. Reflected Reality. Just search on YouTube for Reflected Reality. His videos are invaluable. Just the information that he provides and the depth that he goes into is absolutely incredible, and I highly recommend him. All right, so we have a number of subscribers here and eligible users, so let's go ahead and roll it for the first time. 3, 2, 1, roll it. And ladies and gentlemen, Sim Toolkit Pro has won a copy of the airport of Buffalo Niagara International for Microsoft Flight Simulator, courtesy of INI Builds Sim Toolkit Pro. Congratulations. Excellent, excellent. On the first time you're with us here on stream and you have won something, I'm very glad that you've won something today here. That's cool. And Dan, send me the email address associated with your INI Builds account, and the INI Builds folks will arrange the copy of the airport to be in your account as soon as I email them the email address. All right, let's roll again, folks. And 3, 2, 1, roll it. Kenny Myers. Kenny Myers, welcome aboard. Kenny has been subscribed to the Q8 Pilot channel since the 14th of May, 2017. Wow, that is a long time. You've been with us for almost 5 years now. Wow, that is actually 5 years, not too long ago. So this was your anniversary gift, being a subscriber at the Q8 Pilot channel, Kenny. Congratulations, my friend. Again, all I need from you, Kenny, is your email address. Please send it to info@q8pilot.com. Same thing goes to SimToolkit Pro. Just send me your email at info@q8pilot.com. And we have Motoswa. Just want to say thank you for all your amazing work on the videos. Been loving your content for years. Oh, thank you so very much. That is very kind. Super chat at £5. Mocho Sowa, thank you so very much. Really appreciate it. That's very kind of you. Very, very kind of you. Thank you very much for your generosity, guys, and your support. And for the third winner here of the Buffalo Niagara International Airport, courtesy of INI Builds, 3, 2, 1, roll it. Imran Khan. Imran Khan. 036. Imran Khan 036. Congratulations, my friend. You have won the and Moto Soa has become a VVIP member. Thank you so much. Congratulations, guys, and thank you very much. Moto Soa, thank you very much for becoming a VVIP member, for the super chat, for your support, your kindness. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. I'm speechless. I really don't know what to say. And congratulations to the 3 winners: Imran Khan 036, Kenny Myers, SimToolkit Pro. Folks, please send me an email at info@q8pilot.com with your email address associated with the INI Build store, and the guys at INI Build will gladly sort you out and give you a copy of the airport, which I hope that you will enjoy. Well, folks, this pretty much brings us to the conclusion of our stream. It's been great fun flying the PMDG and being with all of you guys. It's been real fun. So I will leave you all in peace. And until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other. And I will see you all very soon. Thanks for being with me this evening, and bye-bye for now.